Hello. Welcome to HDiiTV. You're now rocking with your boy. What's going on? I was supposed to do this video last night. I'm just not gonna promise y'all. I'll try to come out with something at night. I'll be tired. Dave ran me into the ground this week. But yeah. Brandon Staley, I was trying to finish watching that game. I'm gonna watch it because I want to give my breakdown on it. Of how the game went. I'm probably gonna look at it tonight. I might drop a few videos because I'll be at the house. So now Brandon Staley and Tom Telesco, the general manager, who were fired. Then there were some other coaches fired. He was fired because he just looked lost. That game last year is when he should have been fired. They were up by 3 touchdowns, I believe. And then they choked that game away. But before that, the Chargers' problem was closing. Then when they brought Kellen Moore in, their offense got worse. And everybody who was praising this white boy Kellen Moore, loving him, like, oh man, Kellen is the genius behind Dak. Well, Dak's having a better season than Justin Herbert. So, what now? What else you gonna say? Now you got fans liking Dak again. They gonna hate him soon. But Brandon Staley should have never been hired. It said in this article, I'm going to talk about the article tonight. On the video I'm going to do a StreamYard tonight. When I get off, it's going to be late though. But he should have never been hired. He was only hired because of his skin tone. And if you don't believe that, then tell me, how the hell did he deserve a job over all these other coaches who's been in the league? Like Lovie Smith or Marvin Lewis or any of it, because they got a resume. They got a resume. I want to see what his resume is. Because there's a writer for Sports Illustrated who says it. The only reason that he was hired because of his skin tone. Somebody did an article, I believe, locally for the paper. And then you had whatever their name is. I can't think of their name. Yeah, Sports Illustrated came in and took the story and they're talking about it. I'm gonna put the phone down because I'm finna eat. Now, watching what I did watch for Thursday night, the thing that bothered me was okay, well, I believe he's in charge of the defense. And your defense had a Khalil Mack. Now, Joey Bosa, I told people he get hurt a lot. There's going to be questions surrounding his injury status going forward. Now, this guy gets hired out of nowhere and nobody knows who the hell he is. Now, Mike McDaniel, he inherited a great team. But the reason his stuff worked and Brandon Staley doesn't is because Mike McDaniel has his own style. He has his own, personality. Even though he's a weird guy, the players love playing for him. Your issue is that You look like you younger than the players. And then 2, I'm kind of confused on why you would say, why you would come out, right? Why you would basically say the things that you said about, do you feel you should keep your job? What you should have said was, that's not for me to decide, but whatever happens, happens. I'm proud of my team. I tried my hardest, even though the score doesn't indicate it. But I should have done a better job at preparing us this season. We could have been a playoff team. Most likely, we could have been competing to win it. Right? But you come out there after getting your ass handed to you, and you talking about you gonna stop and do an interview. I'd have told that reporter, do you see the scope? All right, talk to me later. Now I'd have walked off. But you want to sit there and talk to the reporter. Even Al Michaels is like, man, like, I wasn't expecting him to stop. I wasn't expecting him like to stop and talk to anybody. Like, for real, I was like, nigga, boy, you getting your ass whooped. You better go into halftime and chew them out. Nope. Didn't happen. Went in there with his bland speeches and his bland promises and his bland motivation. That's the problem. People keep on holding these, they keep not holding, I said holding. They keep not holding any of these owners onus, not even telling them about accountability. Like, listen, y'all keep hiring these damn coaches who are just white. And I told you, I don't care your skin tone. But if you're going to be racist, pick the good white guys who deserve the job. Like somebody who resume dictates that they deserve that job. Like Sean Payton deserved like getting traded to Denver because his resume. Belichick, if he decided I'm going to Tampa or I'm going here, he deserves it because he has a resume. What the hell resume did Brandon Staley have but that he was white? And we know this. White athletes, white coaches, white entertainers, white business people are always treated with kid gloves. But when it comes to black players or black coaches or whatever, we're getting torn down. Like Eric Bieniemy has Sam Howell as probably passed for the most yards per attempt, and all of that. He got him leading in. But I think he's just leading in passing yards. Not sure, but Sam Howell. And these are the players that Eric Bieniemy hasn't even picked. He's done a hell of a job, but you know what they want to talk about? What EP has to learn or something like has to learn. We ain't got to learn nothing. The dude got a white wife. Y'all just don't like him. And that's all it is. They just don't like him. Because you see his coaching. You see what he's trying to bring. He's trying to bring mental toughness and holding yourself accountable. Brandon Staley not once looked like on that sideline that he had a goddamn clue. He always looked at lost, or he always looked at confused. Terrible body language. Now, Herbert's going to be gone for the year. So your next coach you want to get is somebody who knows how to handle situational football, which seems like it's none of them. Seems like the whole league suffering from that. So, and somebody who's qualified. But the GM, I thought the GM did a great job in getting the talent. The only problem to me was the coaching. So Tom Telesco, from what I've seen, he built some good teams up. But a Chargers fan might be like, hell no, he did. He did not do nothing. So I'm going to keep that to myself. But you want to get somebody who's who know what they're doing. You got to stop the NFL, these owners, these WIT folks. They got to understand that this is a new day and age. If you just want to make the playoffs or barely make the playoffs, then keep hiring these mediocre white coaches. But if you're trying to be consistent and build revenue for your team, you need to get the right coach. But see, this is the problem. The good old boys club needs to go. Because if you don't, you're still going to keep hiring these bozos. These guys are not good at all. And it's just a travesty. Now, we'll see who they get. they're going to get probably a white guy we never heard of. You know, that's what they're going to do. Excuse me. Some people say Eric Bieniemy to LA. I'm like, nah. Eric Bieniemy would bump heads with Kellen Moore. I already could tell first day. Because Kellen Moore comes off as a little pompous, like he's like entitled. But they're going to find out soon that Kellen Moore don't know what the hell he doing. That's why Mike McCarthy's the head coach. I mean, that's why he's calling the plays. Because he like, look, man, Dak is a game manager. Let him manage the game. That's when you were winning. You're not winning. You're not losing because of Dak, but you're also not winning because of him. So those are some of the things that you're looking at. Kellen Moore is just like Jason Garrett. They had one little season where they actually looked decent. The only difference is I believe Mike McCarthy's a better head coach than Wade Phillips. That's just to me. Now, a head coach, position-wise, the defensive coordinator, man, awesome. But coach, no. Now, how long are they gonna keep the charade up when Kellen Moore does a choke job again next year? Then what? When he's calling plays that don't make sense. But they just hired him, so it's like, okay, well, we gotta keep him. Excuse me. But we'll see. I think they might have got rid of him too. They need to, because he got Herbert hurt out there. But I don't know who their next coach ought to be. I think they ought to get a think they ought to get an offensive coach. Well, or get a better OC. They just need a better OC. They need a coach who is going to do well down the stretch, who also has some situational knowledge, situational football. He knows how to call plays and defend it and all of that. Got to be able to communicate with both sides of the ball. Can't be a one side of the ball guy. But that's all I'm saying. It's like, come on. So, but they got slacked. I don't believe they quit. I think they quit in the second half. But I don't think they quit at all. I just think that the Raiders just beat their ass. I mean, that's what happened. The Raiders just whooped their ass. They whooped their ass. Royally. But that's just how it is. The Raiders just went out there and beat them because they love that coach. They love Antonio Pierce. But we'll see who Mark Davis brings in. But Antonio Pierce, like I said, energy guy, got everybody to go out there and play. And to me, he's doing a good job, even though they're 3-4, I believe. With him taking over, I think he's doing well. I mean, you got to understand, he got to get his guys in there, but they might go get them a white coach. Eric Bieniemy might be in Chicago. That's what I'm hearing. Now, if he go to Chicago, I want to see what he does at quarterback. Is he going to keep Fields or is he going to move him? But me, I think Flores ought to go to Chicago because Flores would fit Chicago. He's a defensive guy. You know, I would try him there. And then I would put EB, I would let him stay in Washington and turn it around. If not Washington, shoot, I'll go to the Panthers job. The Panthers ought to go hire him right now because he would be what Bryce Young needs right now. You know. But yeah, I'm about to get in here to work, you guys. You guys be safe. I'll holler at y'all tonight on the StreamYard. I'm out. Deezy.